Welcome back. We've been told for years that you can't talk about expansionist Islam because it is somehow Islamophobic. And everybody told me when I warned about expansionist Islam that I was silly, if not Islamophobic, because I didn't understand how peaceful Islam is. Well, New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani told us straight out of the Quran just how expansionist Islam works.
I consider my own faith, Islam, a religion built upon a narrative of migration. The story of the Hijrah reminds us that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was a stranger too, who fled Mecca and was welcomed in Medina. Surah An-Nahl 1642 tells us, "As for those who immigrated in the cause of Allah after being persecuted, we will surely bless them with a good home in this world."
With us now, Dalia Ziada, Mideast scholar and DC coordinator for the Institute for the Study of Global Antisemitism and Policy, originally from Egypt. Dalia, it's good to see you. Does America understand what those who follow the Quran, expansionist Islam, are to do once they come to America or to Europe?
Actually, unfortunately, most of Americans are, every time, not only Americans, but Westerners in general, every time they try to criticize what they see as a challenge to their culture, to their identity, from some radical and political Islamists like the Muslim Brotherhood, the Wahhabis, and all those who want to destroy the West from within according to their blueprints and strategies that they wrote with their own hands and was later discovered by U.S. courts and
let me ask a question here. What was Mamdani really saying? What is that story from the Quran? Why should we pay attention to it?
Actually, this statement is very dangerous, especially given the context in which Mamdani was saying it, because invoking the story of hijrah or migration at the same time when he's speaking about ICE, which in this context represents law enforcement, is kind of trying to bring back the story or the history of the story of hijrah or migration at the time of the Prophet. That honestly, as a liberal Muslim, I look at it and I see it was a very shameful and bloody episode in our history. And it really disturbed me
What
also
is the
as a
story?
Muslim. The story is basically about the Muslims who were persecuted by some of the tribes that rejected Islam at the early days of Islam. So Prophet Muhammad took these few Muslims and went to another city in the Arabian Peninsula, which is Medina. Medina was very diverse, especially religion-wise. There were a lot of Jewish tribes there, very successful. And a few years after they settled in Medina, they launched a war on all the other faiths, including especially the Jewish tribes, which were very powerful there in order to enforce the Islam.
That's what Mamdani says. Yeah, that's what Mamdani says should happen, or that is the blueprint that he lays out for how New York should look at things. Dalia, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.